Yeah, it's me. I am totally windblown because my new thing is to not have air conditioning on when I drive to work if it's under 80 degrees. And I open up all the windows. I have a long car. It's a Ford Flex. And a very large moonroof. And so it's almost like being in a convertible. Anyway, when was the last time I made a video? March? My stomach just went. Anyway, I did make a video about a month and a half ago, and then I deleted it only because I mentioned something that I wasn't supposed to mention. But I think it's okay to mention it now. As all of you, most of you know, whatever, if you're following my community posts, my father did pass away on April 20th at 1:45 in the afternoon. And it has been a blessing. Things have gotten a lot better, and that I'm not saying that because I didn't love my dad. Okay? But my dad was sick for 5 years. It was a long time. The thing that I mentioned in the last video that I deleted was that we did have a celebration of life for him. And if you are close with me in real life and you did not get an invitation, I'm not really going to apologize about that because it was basically immediate family and only very close friends. My cousins were there, but not all of my cousins. Basically, it was a very interesting traverse that my mom had to accomplish by inviting some people and not everybody. And anyway, I did speak at his celebration of life, as all of us did, all of us children did. There's 4 of us. There's me and there's 3 older brothers. So that was difficult. It wasn't difficult to figure out what I wanted to talk about, but it was difficult to hold my shit together. I can turn on my camera, even though I haven't done it in 3 or 4 months. I can turn on my camera and I can spill my whole life forward. And I've also spoken in front of literally thousands of people. In my direct sales thing, there's a little bunny. I'm looking at a little bunny in the field in front of me. Yes, I'm in New York. There's a little bunny in there. Anyway, but speaking so much from the heart and the gut, it was very difficult. I have not done a shit ton of crying for my dad, only because, like I said, it was such a relief for him to go. Ironically enough, I have struggled with the fact that I am still struggling with Mouse. Mouse died in February of 2023, and it is now July of 2024. And just 2 days ago, I opened up his cremains for the first time. It was still packed up in the box. I just was not able to open the box. So 2 days ago, I did open the box because I'm getting very close to adopting a new cat. I've toyed with the idea a few times. I came very close this past weekend. But everything in my family is kind of like shifting right now. So it's really just not a good time to introduce another animal into the house at the moment. There's a lot of flux going on in my house. A lot. My relationship with my husband is still fucking rock solid, which is really cool. 24 years later, it's amazing. And we've had a lot of strife, but we've handled it. Should I do this? It's so bright. It's so bright. It's 9:16 in the morning. Anyway, just so you know, clear eyes, whatever. Anyway, he lost his job in October, has not really recovered, only because his entire industry folded due to a lot of things, mainly AI. Anyway, so he is in the process of, he's burgeoning on new things. I did have to go back to work full time. I'm pretty sure that I said that in a video, but I'm just not sure. And I'm now in my 7th month at this job, and I fucking love this job. I don't even know really why I love it so much. I mean, I kind of do. I'm the dinosaur there. There's 3 of us that are dinosaurs there. In other words, my boss is 26 years old, and I've been a massage therapist for 32 years. So it's kind of like I have to not, swing my dick around there too much, and not be like, I know how to do this. I've owned businesses, blah, 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 blah. I'm just an employee there. I do offer suggestions when they are asked of me, and most of them have been taken into consideration, because basically if it's about money, the boss is going to listen. If you think that you know a way for the boss to save money or make more money, they're going to listen. So the people there like me so much. I'm so flattered all the time. It's a very large staff for a spa. There's about 15 massage therapists, or 15 practitioners, and we also have estheticians and hairstylists and stuff. But like when my father passed, they threw money into a sympathy card, and they got me flowers, and we had lunch. It was like, and I had only been there for 6 months, 5 months. It's just been very, very cool. The work itself is very spa-oriented massage. Now, for people who aren't a massage therapist, you probably just haven't been able to be in the position to appreciate that there are so many different avenues you can go down as a massage therapist. You can be in medical massage, you can be sports massage, you can be deep tissue, you can be lymphatic drainage, you can be prenatal, geriatric, hospice, that kind of thing. And spa is pretty specific, and that is my specialty. Relaxation therapy is my specialty, and aromatherapy is my specialty. I don't get to practice aromatherapy all that too much at the spa, because it's not very diagnosis and treatment oriented. In other words, for some people, they ask for aromatherapy, and you have to sit down with them, have a little bit of an intake form, a little bit of a one-on-one, and then you customize each formula, each tonic or whatever it is that you're making for the patient, the client, whatever, customer, and then you apply it, and you teach them how to apply it. Here we do aromatherapy. I say this because I'm here. Here we do aromatherapy, but it's very like, do you want the lavender or the ylang-ylang or the grapefruit? Like, it's not very customizable. But anyway, but I love the work. I love that every hour my brain shifts. And that's one of the reasons why I always loved massage right from the get-go, is that you're never really doing something more than an hour or 2 at a time. And we do a lot of 2-hour massages here, which I had to get used to, because that's a lot of work. I do have a cap on how many massages I can do per day, unlike the little newbies, because they'll just sit there and they'll do 8 hours of massage every single day, like all day long. And I'm like, no, I'm 52 years old. I can't do that. Technically, I'm 51. Anyway. So I love the people. I love the job. It's a little bit of a commute, but I really like driving. And I turn on either YouTube or some tunes, and I just jam out on the Grand Central Parkway. And so things are going really good. My son, my older son, is still technically in welding school, but he also is in a couple of unions now already. He's getting ready to go out on his own. He's not going to be in school forever, but he can be in school until he's 21 years old if he wants to, and it's totally city funded, which is amazing. So he's probably going to stay in school as long as he kind of can. And then eventually I can tell that he's just going to get itchy, and he's going to want to get out onto his own. He might not move out, and that's okay. That's one of the reasons why we bought our apartment instead of just renting it, because we do love it, and everybody has their own bedroom. But I have a feeling that by the time he's 21 or 22, he's going to be itching to move out and be on his own, because I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18 years old. 17? At the tail end of being 17. Because I just needed to. And it was nothing against them. I'm just a loner. Anyway, so the older one is doing good. The younger one is going into his senior year of high school. He really doesn't know which direction he wants to go into, which is so opposite of my older kid. My older kid just is so goal-driven right from the beginning. And it's not that Randy is lazy or incompetent in any way. His intelligence quotient is like through the fucking roof. He just finished his 11th grade with 97.5 average across the board. He got 100 in computer science, comp sci. Like, what? But now he says he wants to be a carpenter. And I say to myself, how can I deny this kid the ability to, or the opportunity to go into the trades when I'm in trades? I went to trade school. I went to technical school. But he's just so smart. I mean, I'm smart too. My other son is super smart too. But academics come so easy to him. It comes so easy to him that he doesn't even want to do it. So, whatever. So he's gonna be a carpenter throughout the summer like he was last summer, with a neighbor of my mother's, and he loves it. He loves the idea of building things. I have a feeling he's going to end up being in architecture. That's what I think, and we've suggested that a couple of times, and he's like, no, they're nerds. I'm like, okay. So anyway, as you can see, the weight hasn't really dropped off or anything. If you were expecting me to come back on camera being 120 pounds, no, that didn't happen. Yes, technically I am burning probably 600 to 800 calories a day at work. The metabolism is really not cool. It's really not great. I am keeping my food in check. I have leaned out a little bit, but the scale is really kind of the same as it was about 3 years ago. But that's okay. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Next week I am entering physical therapy for psoas impingement syndrome. And if you look it up, I've looked it up, and I've also been told that this particular round of physical therapy is going to be quite painful and uncomfortable. And it's supposed to be, because I have immense imbalance in my pelvis. Like, it's crazy. It doesn't really have to do with being fat. Don't get me wrong, doesn't help. But, I have a hip replacement. I have herniated discs, L4, L5, S1. I have always had psoas problems. If you don't know what the psoas muscle is, it is the very deepest muscle in your body, the deepest limb moving muscle in your body, and it acts on both your low back and your hip. It's a tough one. I've never even successfully massaged the psoas muscle because it's so deep. Anyway, I've been talking for 12 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. It's 9:24 on Wednesday morning. I got to go to work. I got to be in there in 6 minutes. I hope everybody has a great day. I will try to. Kristen is one of my friends. I'm not even going to say followers, because she's a friend. And not only is she extremely generous, she just drops golden nuggets into my DMs on Instagram. Just, hey lady, you're the best, or you're a great mom, or whatever. And I fucking appreciate that so much. 2 days ago, she messaged me and she said, hey, we haven't seen a video from you in a long time, so here it is. I'm alive. And I'm actually doing really well. I kind of wish my financial situation was a little bit more even. I might come back this afternoon and do an update on my Scentsy journey, because that's really changing. We had a close call this month, but I'm not gonna go into it now because I gotta go to work. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great day.